That's that. They should be saying things like, soon you'll be able to feel the sensation of a nipple on your lips or a rope of jizz, because that's where it's headed. That's where it's headed. We all know.
It's very true. I mean, it's something pokes you in the eye in the thing. It's definitely where it's headed.
You are.
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss.
Oh, hey.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning
And welcome to episode 935 of Hard Factor. It's another What the Fuck Wednesday. This time, May 4th. Yeah, that's it. Okay. My dates are all, the number was off. My sheet is so wrong. The number's wrong. The day's wrong. It's my fault. I didn't update it. It's Wednesday, May 4th, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us today. Wes has a cup of coffee in the big time full of, the issue that it's full of. It's trending.
It's trending big time.
What are you talking about?
People are talking about it. You know the one. The A word. Pat's got some more on the whites.
It's day 6 of White Watch.
They haven't caught them yet, or we're going to find out?
They should just be listening for the sound of his feet hitting the pavement.
like the T-Rex, T-Rex in Jurassic Park. One.
After the whites, I've got World Power Rankings update to kick off the TikTok International Moment, and then some elder abuse in Asia. Whoa, serious stuff in the TikTok International Moment. And then Mark's got a lip-licking good treat to close out the show today.
Oof, gonna get chapped lips. Keep licking them.
Gonna get them?
Yeah.
Gonna continue to have them.
Don't forget, next trivia is this Friday, May 6th at 9 p.m. Eastern. That is for the Send in the Car tier, top tier at patreon.com/hardfactor. And the trivia is super fun. Please join us.
Oh, we gonna say anything about the day that it is, or no?
Oh, may the 4th be with you. I mean, I'm a big
We're not
Star
nerds,
Wars
Pat.
fan.
I thought you hated Star Wars.
I'm a Star Wars fan.
Star Wars, bro.
Then why'd you bring it up?
Fucking stupid, man.
To shit on it. Okay.
Tell you what, I'm about those
I like Star
Ewok
Wars.
movies, man.
What?
Like
What?
the old school Star Wars.
Put on those Ewok movies for me, and I'm in.
You talking about episode 5 and 6? Or like,
No, they're not even
Right.
episodes, bro. They're sidecars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Pat, you know I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I, even as a giant Star Wars fan, don't celebrate May the 4th. I
No.
don't get it. I don't really get
You got to be a real big Star Wars fan to celebrate May the 4th. Great franchise, though.
Boys, we're talking about
Now tomorrow
Caravan of
is a
Courage.
holiday.
Tomorrow's a big holiday.
Tomorrow's a big holiday, but May the 4th, not a big holiday.
Do you have a surprise for us tomorrow?
Potentially.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right.
And we have a surprise for you on May the 20th. That's Will's birthday. Warning now. 16 days out. So
Nice.
That's right. Big time May guy. May's
you're
big
on the
month.
clock, Hardo High.
May's a great month. Big holidays. The pools are open. Summer's here. May's
The
a big
news
month.
has been horrible, but I mean, everything else
Yeah.
is great. Yeah.
The weather's great.
So, Wes, you ready to hop into this subject?
Wes is delaying you.
Yeah. This is not.
You want
This is,
to do the news?
yeah. Well, fuck it. Let's just let's get into it. Here we go.
Yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
Cup of coffee in the big time. Fun fact. Can you guys tell me which state has the highest number of baby murders? Abortions.
Wait a second.
California's got a lot of people. California.
New York.
Florida.
It was a trick question. It's not a state that has the highest number of baby murders. It's Washington, D.C. According to worldpopulationreview.com,
Really?
out of 1,000 women between
Highest per capita.
per capita.
Damn.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You didn't.
Brutal.
Yeah, okay, all right. We wouldn't have got it, but
This is going to be a
wouldn't
brutal
have got
stat, though. Yeah.
Out of 1,000 women between the age of 15 and 44, 32.7 had abortions in D.C. Next closest state,
What?
New York City, 29.6. What about where do the least number of baby killers live? Which state?
Alabama.
Stop it,
Per capita.
BKs, Alabama.
Where do they like to keep them?
Arkansas.
Wyoming.
Oh,
Wow.
1.3 per 1,000 women.
Are there 1,000 women in Wyoming?
1.3 per 1,000
I'll tell you what, when you live out in the sage, when you live out in the plains, out there in the great American West, it's desolate. You don't see many people, honestly.
Right.
So that makes sense. Like if you're not like a person, whereas in New York and DC, there's people everywhere. Whereas you're in Wyoming, there's nobody.
It's a
You
tough
could just
gig.
bury them out there. Yeah.
You gotta keep that one secret. It's a tough gig being the one out of the 1,000 women in Wyoming. I'm talking about total 1,000 that got the abortion. It's just one of them out there.
It's tough because you're like,
Don't talk about it. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of lonely.
Yeah,
You know.
good point.
Yeah.
But
Kind of lonely and hate condoms.
But then in New York, you're like,
but my uncle raped me and I'm poor, so it's a tough decision. Yeah,
Like, look at all these people. We don't need more of them.
this is how coffee's starting, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was the subject for sure.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna keep going, Mark. Don't worry. You guys want to hear a joke?
oh, not really.
Oh God.
Man.
So a slutty daughter asks her father, "Dad, what is your opinion on abortions?" So the father says, "Why don't you ask your sister?" And the daughter says, "I don't have a sister." Hey, what kind of vacuum do they use for abortions? You guys
Oh
know?
my God.
What
Hoover.
kind?
A Dyson.
A die, son. Wow. Yes.
Want to hear another one?
Yeah. Not really.
Yeah, never mind. I can't deliver it.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. The abortion jokes really bring out the kid in me.
Did you look these up?
Yeah, of course I did.
What'd you type?
Abortion jokes.
Abortion
Yeah.
shtick.
That heard a lot of hits. Yeah.
Offensive abortion jokes.
5 minutes on abortion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be 30.
Yeah. Well, let's move on. Okay, I've got to.
Settle in, everybody.
Yeah, let's keep going. Let's get to some trending mentions. Pat, first, I want to offer my condolences to you. I know you were probably a big fan of this person who tragically died at the age of 16. So I'm sorry to you and her family and other super fans. Guys, star of the hit show Toddlers and Tiaras, Kailia Posey, died tragically at the age of 16. Some reports are she was in a car accident in Las Vegas. Here she is all grown up. You might remember her from this famous GIF.
Oh, that girl.
Yeah, that girl.
Oh, the
She's the one that where she looks like she just sat on a peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah, she's very, very cute.
Or she farted.
All right.
Yeah.
Could have been that. Some people call it that in certain states.
I gotta stop
Yeah.
saying that people that died have farty face. That's the theme of mine now.
That was it.
It doesn't bug them.
No.
As Pat knows, Kailia
Stop it. I don't know who this is.
was
Is this,
big in
is, this
the
a cuties,
pageant.
is this a cuties joke? Yeah.
Yeah, of course it is.
Well, she was a pageant.
She was big in the pageant circuit ever since starting in TLC reality series between 2009 and 2013. As recently as February, she competed in Miss Washington Teen USA. She's also, like I said, the one in that famous GIF, her laughing mischievously, used across social media. And Pat, I assume you followed her career closely. Anything you want to say about Kailia or any words of comfort to the other super fans of Toddlers and Tiaras in the community out there? No.
Crowns up, y'all. Crowns down.
All right. I'm going to play a little clip for you here. Pat, try to
Stop it. I don't know who this is. Don't paint me in this corner, Wes.
Kailia, and I'm 5 years and a half.
She's 5.
Back then.
That's the
cute.
She's the
one to beat.
What's your favorite part of the pageant?
Winning. Because I like to win money.
You don't even know what you do with the money.
Yeah, I'll buy candy.
Well,
She also stood out for her unusual talent of being a contortionist.
All right. We don't need the Pat to lose his mind here.
It was a piece of art, Wes. It was a piece of self-expression.
Show your hands, Pat.
It was effective. I'm not going to watch it again, but I appreciate it. It was well made.
Yeah. This is really, really sad, though. Her mom said that I don't have words or thoughts. A beautiful baby girl's gone.
Yeah.
Please give us privacy as we mourn the loss of Kailia, my baby forever. So
Car crash,
another
huh?
beautiful young girl. That's what they're saying. They haven't confirmed it yet, but that's what initial rumors and reports are. Is a
Terrible.
car crash in Las Vegas. Yeah. So
Car crash
RIP.
like this cup of coffee.
Yeah. It's bad, isn't it? It's dark.
I tried to warn you guys. The news has been horrible this month.
Yeah. But hey, let's move
Fourth
on.
day in might be the worst. It's bad
Let's
and
just-
cleanup.
Let's just get into
May.
it, shall we? Shall we get into it? Let's move on to the big story of the day, or
The cream of the crop!
bad news for baby killers this week, as I'm sure you guys have heard. A leaked draft memo from February 2022, written by Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito, says that the Supreme Court has voted to strike down Roe v. Wade. Now, for idiots like me, Roe v. Wade was the landmark decision of the Supreme Court in which the court ruled that the Constitution of the United States protects a pregnant woman's liberty to choose to have an abortion without excessive government restrictions. It also struck down many U.S. federal and state abortion laws. So that is what we're talking about, right?
It's like one of the three big ones, like what, Roe v. Wade, Plessy versus Ferguson, Brown versus Board of Education. Those are the three big
huge
ones, right? Yeah.
Huge.
British versus America, Second Amendment.
Yeah, well, those aren't court cases. But
It was
that was an ass whooping, Pat.
people were judged.
That was an ass whooping.
Justice was served.
Yeah, justice was served.
Yeah. So now, from what I understand, abortions now, you have the right to have an abortion protected under federal law, under Roe. But what Justice Alito is saying, right? What Justice Alito is saying is that the court has overstepped its bounds on this one, and they have voted to return the decision-making process of whether
by overstepping their bounds.
Right? Yeah, it's all bullshit.
We got to correct it by overstepping our bounds here.
Yeah. So now
it's a states' rights.
It's a states' right issue.
Sure.
Now. Yeah, they're going to turn it back to the states, make it a state issue like sports gambling, except whether to allow abortions,
Similar.
not parlays. So Roe in the draft, one of the main things he says was, quote, Roe was egregiously wrong from the start, and that the issue of whether abortions are legal should be returned to the people's representatives. That's one of the big statements he wrote in the draft. Now, President Biden did remark on this, and I think actually what he had to say is important as far as a bigger implication as to what striking down this particular law could mean, whether you agree or not. This is the big issue, and what could happen is a kind of a domino effect if Roe were to topple first. And here's what President Biden had to say.
It would be a great deal that we're going to, after 50 years, decide a woman does not have a right to choose within the limits of the Supreme Court decision in Casey, number one. But even more, equally as profound is the rationale used. And it would mean that every other decision relating to the notion of privacy is thrown into question. If the rationale of the decision as released were to be sustained, a whole range of rights are in question. A whole range of rights. And the idea we're letting the states make those decisions, localities make those decisions, would be a fundamental shift in what we've done. So it goes far beyond, in my view, if it becomes a law and if what is written is what remains. It goes far beyond the concern of whether or not there is the right to choose. It goes to other basic rights, the right to marry, the right to determine a whole range of things. Because one of the issues that this court, many of the members of the court, a number of the members of the court, have not acknowledged is that there is a right to privacy in our Constitution. I strongly believe there is. I think the decision in Griswold was correct overruling. I think the decision in Roe was correct because there's a right to privacy. There can be limitations on it, but it cannot be denied. If this decision holds, it's really quite a radical decision. And again, the underlying premise, and again, I've not had a chance to thoroughly go into the report, the decision.
Anyway, you got the idea. Basically,
You brought up gay marriages.
Yeah, if they could turn back over.
States could determine this. They could determine other things.
Exactly. Yes. So,
but
now
telling someone what to do with their body is like.
It ain't as black and white as give it to the states.
No, it isn't. Well, the states are taking it away. Half of them.
It's federalism versus. This is just. I mean, states' rights versus central governing is going to be the forever battle between Democrats and Republicans, as it has been forever. Yes. Democrats want to govern everything from D.C., everything from one vote,
right?
And Republicans want the states and the localities to have the rights to do what they want. And this is just always going to be the way it goes in America.
Sure, but the federal law sets a tone independent of the actual law itself in terms of women's rights.
There's no law.
The federal's above the state law, but if you get rid of the federal, then the state law becomes the top law. We all get that, but it's just weird. It's like the states are telling you
don't need right now.
So Pat actually just said the solution to this: they should make a law, but Congress will not get it done because they are
because the federal
losers,
law Congress doesn't do shit. Congress doesn't do shit. And I saw like the Senate's like we're gonna vote. The Senate's not gonna do shit. They're not gonna do shit. They ain't gonna do shit. Congress is not gonna do shit.
Right. So as you guys said, basically, if this happens, there are many states that already have trigger laws in effect the Deep South. Here's the map. Okay. Here's what would happen.
We planned ahead.
Yes. Here's what would happen if basically New England and the West Coast would be the abortions, the right to choose would be protected by law. And then all these trigger laws would go.
And cool states like Montana and
Michigan or Wisconsin. Is that?
Iowa, Illinois.
Iowa, yeah.
This is a test. This is a test.
Notably absent.
The Dakotas are flipping it day one, Pat. The Dakotas are already probably outlawed.
Right.
You'd already heard about Wyoming. It's just the one that's going to get kicked out.
Right. So that's what's going to happen is that these states will immediately basically ban abortions because they will now be allowed to do that. Like Texas, where Governor Abbott is chomping at the bit to save some babies in the name of the Lord, saying, quote, our creator endowed us with the right.
He's doing wheelies around his office today.
Yeah, he is. He's already got it, what, six weeks? Yeah.
See, the question is with Abbott, right? Because that piece of shit absolutely did something so fucked up, right? Regardless of which side of the law you're on or which side of the argument you're on, Abbott took the inarguably broken judicial system and made it a weapon for civil suits against anyone that has anything to do with an abortion, right? It's just clogging up the legal system. I wonder if he's going to shift that because it's just such a bullshit situation.
Well, no, Pat, he won't need it anymore because it'll just be straight illegal.
Well, right. Yeah, I mean, Texas. Well, no, but Texas would have to pass a new situation.
They will. He'll call a special session he'll do what he has to do to get the law in.
And these trigger laws are,
it's already in effect. Like Wes is talking about. Pat, you're missing it. They already, I think it's 30 days from the Supreme Court ruling. It's already going in.
Oh, right. 13 states already have these trigger laws in effect where it's boom, bye-bye abortion. If this happens.
If it happens, right. It sounds like it's going to.
Which it will, right?
The Chief Justice came out and confirmed
that
it was legit, and they're looking into the leak now.
Exactly. Yeah, they're looking at the leak. I mean, the New York Times did note, they said that sometimes these things change from the time the first draft comes out to the time that the one that's submitted or put into law or whatever, but it's going to be pretty much the same thing. It's going to, and it could happen as early as next month, maybe July. So it's coming. And then, like you look at the map, the South is going to ban abortions. But also what people are worried about, experts say is that, like in Missouri, they weighed legislation earlier this year that would allow individuals to sue anyone helping a patient cross state lines for an abortion. So that was blocked. But if Roe gets turned down, then more legislation like this would get support, and it would make it illegal for people to, hey, I'm just going to catch the old red eye to California from Florida. I'll be back in time for supper after my abortion. That ain't going to happen.
Yeah, they're going to run checkpoints to see why'd you go on vacation.
Oh yeah, they're going to really do a good job.
They don't have the bandwidth to do that.
Yeah. Why would a state?
But if someone
tattles, they'll have a tattletale line. She looked pretty pregnant to me when she left.
Right.
Oh, I mean, all these people who just moved to Florida and Texas from California, they're back in Cali. They're not.
This will make a lot of people move around for sure.
Right. That was what was that song from Fiddler on the Roof?
It's going to make states blue and red for sure. Like people are just going to all be blue or all be red. It's going to be weird.
Division. It was division. Yeah.
It's good to have a mix.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. No, regardless
of races, of people, of sexes, it's usually a good thing to have a mix, not an echo chamber.
Regardless of which side of the argument you're on, worst possible timing.
Push the echo chamber.
Worst possible timing for our country right now, in my opinion.
Look, and I totally respect the opinion of baby killing and how it's terrible and disgusting. But I'm also not a woman, and I respect the right for them to choose. And what this is going to do, just like some things that it will do for sure, is it's going to increase illegal abortions. It's going to increase children that are left in dumpsters. It's going to increase kids that aren't taken care of by poor people. There's no programs in place. Yeah,
hopefully it increases.
There's no adoption programs in place. They're not in place though yet. That would be nice to have like these programs in place, orphanages, adoption places, but they're not in place. So the abortion ban goes, are they going to arrest these women? I feel like what's going to happen is like 10 years from now, we're going to look at this, if this happens the way it might, and be like, this is like, you know how we look at the 3 strikes thing for the 90s? Like, why are all these black guys in jail for having weed on them? I feel like you're gonna be like, are they gonna jail women for getting an abortion? I know they're gonna jail the doctors. That's fine. If it's illegal, you jail are they gonna jail the women though? Are they gonna jail the Uber driver that drives the person to get an abortion? That seems like it's gonna be a really bad problem when we have hundreds of thousands of women in jail for getting an abortion.
Yeah, but I think it's really more of like a preventative situation. It's like no access.
Right, but there will be access is my point. And when they catch them getting illegal abortions, they're gonna arrest them, I assume.
Oh, man.
That's probably got to be more of a threat. Like we were saying, like I don't think that there's a really great way for them to police that. That would be very difficult for them to do, especially with people with resources to fly on planes and go to places where they could probably get out to them pretty easily.
I'm very interested in to see how they police it. For sure.
That's true. Some interesting stats.
It's game changing for you if you live in a state where it is that has a trigger law.
Yeah,
and you're of an age where you might.
This is great for condom companies.
And you're a woman and you want to, potentially have control of your destiny, but also have sex like a man. The Freakonomics chapter is really interesting to check out. The crime decline in the 1990s happened just randomly, about 18 years after they legalized abortion. It's pretty interesting. Want to check out. Also, guys, there are 424,000 children in foster care in the United States right now. So.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they need.
But adoption is an option.
But foster care is different.
What I'm saying is adoption. People say adoption, and then there's so many kids that are not wanted. That's what I'm saying. There's kids that don't end up homed.
That's true. But usually when it happens at a very young age, as these cases you would think would, it's a little bit better success. So foster care, a lot of times what's happening is a parent who's in and out of jail and the kids are going back and forth between foster houses and the parent who is constantly trying to get them back. So there's a lot of different situations that lead to foster care.
They're kids.
They are. Yeah, but
they're not as cute as babies. Babies are the cutest, and then they get a little older.
It's like buying a puppy versus an adult dog. You want the puppy.
She's had 3 litters,
I
mean, the children being alive is not.
I get it. In a perfect world, you don't kill babies with the heartbeat thing. It's terrible. I get all that, but there are just so many situations where the kids are just not. The parents aren't ready. The mom's not ready, and the kids aren't going to get taken care of.
Right. But to say like there's X amount of kids in this situation, they should just all be dead is ridiculous.
Who's saying that?
Well, I mean, that's the sort of the implication, right?
What's that?
What? I'm saying if they could get an abortion at whatever 7 weeks, 8 weeks, then they wouldn't.
That no child should ever have to go into like a situation. I'm saying like situations happen where the kid is born, right? And this is what's going to happen. You would never wipe out a situation.
No, I'm not talking about killing a kid after they're born. What are you talking about?
What I'm saying is just because these kids, like, so Pat's like, there's 400 and some odd thousand kids.
He's saying it's already stressed.
Would it be better?
He's saying it's already. I think what he's saying is it's already stressed.
Like, what is that?
There's going to be double that maybe now or something.
It's that no matter what side you're on, right? If you're pro-life, right, then you say, well, if you don't want to have the baby, just give it up for adoption, and then
in a perfect world that would be great too. And adoption's beautiful.
That's my point.
I'm probably going to adopt later in life, like if I get enough money or whatever. Adoption's great, but this isn't a perfect world, and you're telling someone they have to do this certain thing, and then they have these either really horrible, unsafe abortions, and the kid or the mom dies, or these kids are born and the mom's like, "Fuck this kid, I'm walking away." Like it's just it's not a perfect world. I get
people
both
who get
sides.
pregnant and they're not equipped to have the baby.
Yes,
and they're in a state that has
a
trigger law. I mean,
I know, like all these rich people are going to find out a way anyways. Like in these red states with these red parents, that like the governor's daughter is going to get an abortion if she wants
right.
one.
But like I would
a good one too.
A great one.
Mm-hmm. Top notch.
The doctor's coming to the governor's mansion.
I would say the kids that do get born though aren't a problem. That should be something.
They should be taken care of.
country.
I think there should be, if this is happening, there should be programs put in place to secure that. Will.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying
today,
it's an imperfect argument, the adoption argument. That's all the point I was trying to make. But
well, sure, but then does the opposite of it is monstrous.
Oh, you got to just take that argument off.
Like the Chinese stereotype, like throw it into the ditch or something. Like,
but
if they're a girl, it's a girl.
One thing I can't get over, I don't know if it's social, I don't know if it's biological or whatever, but truth be told, two people bang, right? And they get pregnant, and they're both like, fuck, we don't want to be pregnant. The dude usually can walk away.
What do you mean usually?
And the lady usually cannot. Right.
That's correct.
Yeah. So
it's unfair for women.
No matter
and there
what
are plenty
happens,
of women. I know there's women that are like, "Shut up, you idiots! Yeah, I am pro life." I get it, but there are also a lot of women that are not.
I think it's like 70 some odd that are not.
Right,
it's a percent.
Yeah, I mean the polls out there, most people are in favor of a woman's right to choose than not. If you look at even the most conservative polls, kind of lean that way, I think. Real quick before we move on, I did have a bonus dog abortion story. No, not a
break
joke.
out the dead baby jokes now.
And,
like all those, remember those ones?
Applying the term bonus dog, the sacred term bonus dog to abortion.
Yeah, thanks, Wes.
Well, it's a bonus dog story. One more bonus dog here. Of course, the crazies are already out demonstrating their positions, like Mason DeChamps.
Yeah, that's not going to stop.
Las Vegas, who climbed the Salesforce Tower to protest abortion. Here's the video. It's pretty nuts.
Salesforce is big. Salesforce.
He's anti-abortion.
He's anti-abortion.
Yeah, he's anti-abortion.
Salesforce is big into abortion these days, or it's the client.
Yeah.
The client.
He just likes to climb
the tower.
That's a good looking tower.
Look at him.
It's all going good. Just wish I had a little water.
As you can see, that is the man who apparently was scaling Salesforce Tower, posting videos to Instagram during his ascent. Now, his message was opposed to abortion, calling out one doctor in particular in Washington, D.C. He is apparently a skilled climber and had what appears to be rock climbing gear to aid his climb. Neighbors in buildings around workers were watching his ascent from both inside Salesforce Tower and from neighboring skyscrapers in the area. Everyone really holding their breath, very nervous as they watched this man ascend the side, climbing hundreds of feet up into the air. Those crowds watching, again, holding their breath as the man used the outside structures of that tower to climb to the top.
Holy shit.
It's more nerve-wracking for me than for him. He seems relaxed up there. I'm over here worried about him.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's other ways to protest abortion or whatever you want.
Are we pro-life on this guy?
No, that guy's pro-life, and everybody assumed he was
I certainly did. I thought he was some crazy pro-choice nut job climbing the building.
He's anti-abortion.
Yeah, he's anti-abortion.
He's climbing all the way.
He hates doctors in D.C. because they perform the most per capita.
They're down on the street thinking that he's pro-choice.
Yeah,
Dude,
for
he's
sure.
Like he's like he didn't get the hose. Like Spider-Man in Chicago, they were giving that guy the fucking hose when no one was looking.
They let him climb to the top. They were like, leave him alone, let him climb, and we'll arrest him at the top.
It's a good thing he wants to be a dad soon because he's going to get laid after that video.
After that,
he's going to get laid.
Some pro-life chick is going to be all over that. Oh my goodness.
He's about, he might want to cap it up unless he's very ready because he's about to be seeding some people up.
Don't you dare waste one of my sperms. They're too precious.
Shocking that he was pro-life. I would have bet the barn that he was a pro-choice guy.
Well, especially
the guys wearing the Niners hat. Were they in California?
Where was it? San Francisco,
Yeah.
Vegas, right?
No, he was from Las Vegas, but
I think from Vegas.
The Salesforce Tower was San Francisco.
Yeah,
climbed it in San Francisco.
That's got to be. I mean, what are the odds? That was plus 1,000 that he was
plus 20,000.
It's in the dead eyes that you can tell.
Look at that. That's crazy. So he went from Vegas to the beast, the belly of the beast.
Yeah, he showed off. He showed off in the belly of the beast.
Yeah,
he flexed
went into the most liberal place in America to climb.
Climb the tallest tower.
I love his play. I mean, there's other ways you can protest. Like me, I don't do anything.
They probably let him. They probably let him at first until halfway up. He's like, "I'm actually anti-abortion, you idiots."
They're like, keep going.
yeah, just get to the top then.
All right.
Anyway.
I think we nailed it on abortion, guys.
Yeah. Well, let's move on. Guys,
that's a tough one.
Yeah,
sorry to both sides. Like everyone that's passionate about it, I understand.
Listen, it's a tough topic. I will say that the abortion was on the table for me when my son's mom and we got unexpectedly pregnant. It was on the table, but best thing that ever happened to me was not having an abortion. Just going to say that.
Yeah, and I could say the opposite.
Yeah,
exactly. Who backed you up on that?
You did, Pat. You did.
Oh, Libby Libturd.
I think there's a lot of people that are here today because of both sides. Some that wouldn't be, some that are like met their people or whatever, and a lot of lives were affected by abortion. That's why it's a very sensitive topic. So
my exact words to Wes were, bro, you're like 28 or something.
Yeah, you were like 30 though.
Yeah, it's not like you're 19.
Yeah. No, I know.
Get over it.
I wasn't gonna have an abortion.
College kids wear a condom. Good luck.
That's right. So let's talk about the importance.
At least
of
you have a choice in the matter.
Yeah, exactly. Let's talk about the importance of daily routine. My morning ritual. I get up, go get some coffee, smoke a cigarette, and then if I have to go to work, I pull out my nice Harry's starter set and clean up my neckline, because no one likes a shaggy wedding photographer, and nothing makes me look more professional than a nice clean shave from my Harry's razor and trimmer, and the foaming gel just helps keep everything nice and smooth. Will has shown you guys the newly designed handle, how it looks and feels. I mean, high quality stuff. Wowza. And looking good and feeling good should be part of your daily routine, and that's what Harry's can bring you. It can make sure that you look good and are ready for the day, and make it part of your daily routine. So Harry's is giving their best offer to our listeners. First time Harry's customers can redeem a starter set for just $3. I mean, why would you not do this? Go to harrys.com/hardfactor, and that includes a 5-blade cartridge, a weighted handle, foaming shave gel, and a travel cover to protect your blades on the go, a $13 value, all for just $3. So go to harrys.com/hardfactor and get that starter set. Everything you need for a great shave. And, Harry's blades they hold up better than any other blade out there. No risk trial. So get on it. $3. What do you got to lose?
It's the best shave you'll ever have. I mean, if you haven't used a Harry's blade, you need to just bite the bullet, spend the $3, try it out. You'll never go back.
I have a theory that they originally meant to call it smoothies, and then someone messed up, and then they were like, "All right, let's stick with it," even though you get the smoothest shave of all time with it. It's ironic.
True.
9 out of 9 Supreme Court justices ruled this is a sweet deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can't argue that, America. It ain't red, it ain't blue, it's purple.
Yeah. We're united on something.
Yeah,
It's like a fucking bald eagle.
Put her there on the eagle.
Guys, speaking of stuff that makes you feel better, a fresh shave and mental clarity. Right? You ever feel a little foggy? I wake up all the time foggy, or I used to. A clear mind will change your day. I was like a foggy daddy. Sometimes I feel like my brain was inside a racquetball court that was raining. It was just too much. But thanks to First Person, I could take a more active role in my brain's overall health. Guys, after witnessing the deterioration effects of Alzheimer's that it had on their father and grandfather's cognitive health, brothers Chris and Joe, who started First Person, were determined to take their brain health into their own hands. And 25 years of research and experimentation later, they created First Person, which is an innovative, precision-targeted cognitive supplement system which uses the brain-boosting medicinal benefits of mushrooms, largest organism in the world. Ever heard of it? To activate the full potential of human cognition and brain health. Mark, you were saying yesterday that you were really thoroughly enjoying one of these first-person products. How was it making you feel?
I got a 5-star review from my Uber driver. We had a great conversation. I did the golden hour one, which is the one you're supposed to take like midday, like not at night, not in the morning, but it gives you like a social boost, confidence boost. And it does. Like, I was like, I don't like to talk in Ubers, but I was in the golden hour.
If Mark's blabbering an Uber, something's up. And it was his mood.
Yeah.
Because of First Person. Guys, grown and formulated in the U.S. and exclusively developed by expert mycologists, First Person uses the highest quality organic, 100% pure grain and filler-free mushrooms. I party down with the Sunbeam. It supports the body's natural production of dopamine neurotransmitters. Sound familiar? To activate the brain's motivation and reward system, it's email fuel. like to take it in the morning, those 2 crucial hours in the morning when you're emailing. That's when you want to take that sunbeam, guys. Start improving your brain health and cognition today with First Person. You get 15% off your first order by going to getfirstperson.com. Use code HARDFactor. That's GETFIRSTPERSON.com. And use code HARDFactor. Get 15% off your first order. That's getfirstperson.com. Promo code HARDFactor. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure, or prevent any disease. Wow.
That's a tough one to read out because get, first, and person are all common words, but when spelled out, it's like 15 letters. It's a lot of letters. It's like, yeah.
Guys, we teased it at the top of the show. It's White Watch, day 6. It's been a gross amount of hours since the thin-lipped 56-year-old Alabama corrections officer Vicky Sue Davis White and capital murder hitman suspect and hungover Aaron Rodgers look like 38-year-old Casey Cole White were last seen leaving the Lauderdale County Jail in Alabama, where the 81-inch convict was being held after he confessed to the murder of 58-year-old Connie Ridgway back in 2015.
Confessed to it.
Yeah, he's confessed, but he's pled not guilty. He's confessed to it, but then pled not guilty.
Okay.
It's confusing. Yeah, you know the story. By the way, I just got to call that pun out there. It's been 144 hours since they've been gone, a gross amount of hours. Guys, Vicky, a 17-year veteran and, quote, model employee, yeah, you like that, was allegedly escorting Killer Casey to, quote, a mental health evaluation, which didn't exist, when the pair disappeared. And Vicky Sue's cruiser was later found abandoned at a shopping center about 8 minutes away. And guys,
at a disguise shop, at a costume store.
Exactly. It was, yeah.
A Halloween pop-up store.
Costumes of trees.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what else he could go.
What could he fit in?
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gandalf.
Guys, so on Tuesday, you guys may remember this from the previous coverage, but it was suggested that Tricky Vicky and Killer Casey were perhaps committing some white-on-white crime in the form of unapproved conjugal visits. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because both their names are White. And they were boning.
Well, what if it was white and the brown? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if they have time for that. You got to prime the engine.
Probably not with his enormous wiener.
No, dude, this guy's a fucking behemoth. Look at this weirdo. Every day there's new photos of this guy.
Good God.
He's just a fucking giant, bro.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah,
he's got a kind of a tiny head, doesn't he?
He does. He does. Shrunken head. Go back one. Go back one. Look. No.
So easy to identify.
That one. Look at that head.
He's going to get found the second they go out of a house. Like, I mean, they're obviously hiding somewhere.
No, I'm just a retired NBA player, not a criminal.
Right.
I'm excited to get y'all's take on where you think they are.
Just throw him a basketball, and if he can't like dribble, you know it's him.
Yeah. I can't figure it out. But yeah, anyway, guys, as I was saying, there was some suggestion that Tricky Vicky and Killer Casey were banging, right? And that was because Vicky suspiciously she sold her home just 12 days before the escape, right? And then Lauderdale County Sheriff Rick Singleton, he announced on Tuesday that a warrant for her arrest had also been issued. So if you read between the lines, okay, she's not a damsel in distress. She's a lady in a dress.
He made me sell my house 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, maybe he's just a manipulative asshole.
He's going to kill me.
Yeah, he told me. He told me wait on the first deal because it wasn't good enough.
So anyone ever told you got the thickest lips?
Sweet talking her.
Oh man, no one's ever told me that.
Yeah. No one's ever told me that.
Man, that bob you did with your hair, and then that thin upper lip, man, it's just driving me crazy.
It's so little.
But yeah, guys, it seems today that what we all suspected since the second we laid eyes on their combined wanted poster, those suspicions have been confirmed by a statement from the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Office, which investigators have confirmed, I guess, through inmates in the detention center that there was a, quote, special relationship between the two. Sheriff Rick said that. So I don't know, guys. Here's what we know. Here are the updates. The footage, right? This footage I'm about to play for you guys was released late yesterday, and this is the last known footage of them. This is the pair exiting the correctional facility, and I want you to take a look at the walks. There's not too much to glean here, but there's something with her walk that I don't know. Maybe they just got down. I want your take. Hold on. I thought I had the video up here. Here it is. Here. Oh. Where is it? Where'd it go?
It's the walk I'm thinking about. It's just, yeah.
That's it.
Yep. Yeah. So.
Why don't you just come with me?
Well, that was her opening the jail door to the outside of the jail for him.
Those are some tall doors.
So she let him out of jail.
Yeah. There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
That's something about that walk where she was letting him out of jail. Yeah. Kind of paints the whole picture.
It was a lot, guys. Okay, here's what else we know.
It was her.
Yeah, it was her. Yeah, right. Hey, it's day 6, guys. Vicky turned in her retirement papers.
Vicky probably loved masks during COVID with those lips. With covering up those lips.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that's what got her in.
Finally left her alone.
Yeah. That's all. I was just making fun of her.
Oh, no, it's great. Yeah, I mean, Vicky's got thin lips. No two ways about it. Vicky turned in her retirement papers just one day before the two vanished. As I said, she sold her home 12 days before. And guys, she sold her home for $95,550, which is well under market value. As crazy as a real estate market it is, that kind of tells you all you need to know, right?
Really? I thought it would be like right in the middle of Alabama real estate.
It's 4.5 acres, Will.
Yeah, still Alabama, 95K sounds about right.
Okay, well, look, there are other facts. You don't have to love that one, guys. They were last seen driving.
I'm going on Zillow. What town is this?
It was I forget. I have the address somewhere, but
Prison Town, Alabama.
Prison Town.
Yeah, thin lips.
Guys, they were last seen driving a 2007 copper Ford Edge SUV on Friday, and there's damage to the rear bumper there. And according to law enforcement, this could play into the White's flight because if you don't know, the Ford Edge is a seriously underrated vehicle. It's clocking in at 265 horses. And the 07 model that she's got, guys, is equipped with a 3.5-liter Duratec V6 engine with 250 foot-pounds of torque at 4,500 RPM. This dual exhaust sleeper offers more than enough pep if the Whites were to get in a high-speed chase. Can you believe they put that much power into a Ford Edge?
No, I remember when you rented one in Florida, and I was shocked at how
I'm so glad you remember that. I'm so glad you remember that.
So, does this soften you on Vicky at all, knowing that she's a fellow Ford Edge acolyte?
I was never hard on Vicky, man. I think she's just a lady in love.
Okay,
but she, guys, is in danger because Casey's ex-girlfriend came out. This is a woman who he, by the way, blasted with a gun back in 2015, but did not kill. And she told WAAY TV, "I feel like he has manipulated her and she's disposable to him." And then she gave a message directly to Vicky. "If you're still alive, get the hell out. Run as far as you can and turn yourself in and contact somebody. Do the right thing before you lose your life or before someone else dies."
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Good advice.
Seems like a fair warning.
Lips.
She's hanging out with Ogre Rogers. How long is she going to last?
Yeah, she's screwed. Bad news. The housing market sucks. Like,
really?
Yeah. I mean, unless she was in like a 2-bedroom, she sold her for like half of its value.
That's what I'm saying. Right. That's it plays into the hand.
Even in Florence, Alabama, near the Lauderdale Center, which is the jail. There's like some in the 4s, some in the 5s, but a decent house, 3-bedroom, 3-bath is like 190, 200. Yeah, it sucks.
In Alabama?
Never gonna buy a house, apparently. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No, Vicky apparently is frugal. So
That's
this
surprising.
This is a lot of cash for her. We're running long on time. So you guys want to see a quick video of Vicky's employees describing what she was like at work, including Sheriff Rick, or an interview with Vicky's mama?
It doesn't matter. Play both. No one's listening after 30 minutes of abortion. There's 0 people listening right now.
Well, then let's dial this one up.
Now, Vicky's mother, Pat Davis, says her daughter had been staying with her for 5 weeks now, ever since her daughter sold her home. But she didn't notice anything different about Vicky and even spoke to her the morning she went missing.
I talked to her that morning. She called to ask me about the dog because he'd been sick. I just called to check on him, just normal like. And then I texted her at 1 o'clock to tell her that I was cooking supper, but she didn't respond.
Vicky never returned home for supper and has been missing for more than 72 hours now. Davis says Vicky had been living at her house for the past 5 weeks, ever since Vicky sold her own house.
I told her she could stay as long as she wanted to because she was my daughter.
but she didn't notice anything different about her daughter, saying she kept up with her routine of waking up early, heading to work at the jail, and coming back home for dinner.
And I just didn't notice anything about her, you know. She didn't say nothing to us about it. This just not her.
Oh,
this is like a total day and night.
Mom is not happy.
No,
right, everyone's shocked. Yeah,
Mama wants
Mom
Vicky
won't
to come
go
home.
on TV. Yeah,
Mom wants Vicky to come home.
Yeah. Mom won't show her face, Vicky.
She didn't show her face at all.
She's very embarrassed.
Talked about her in the past tense, as pointed out. Yeah.
Well, I think that's just the way that they talk. So, like that's just.
You think so? Like dinner was ready.
She was my daughter. Yeah, I think it's just.
He was my dog, and he's right there.
Right.
I don't know.
He was my dog.
Yeah,
Until he's shit in the house. Yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you is my daughter. She was my daughter.
He's got to get back in the good graces before.
All right, let me play this one real. You guys,
play this.
You guys got
Line 10 of our correcting deputies up against the wall and said one of them was going to do this, she'd be number 10 on the list.
Even former inmates who had daily dealings with Vicky White are shocked.
When they took us to court, and like when Miss Vicky would come in and check on the females, and
Monica
she's a real good woman. I mean, as far as I knew, she was real sweet. She was kind, but she did her job and she did it. She didn't cut corners. She didn't.
This is something I would do. This is a crunk move.
Did you guys catch what the sheriff said at the top there? It was kind of hard to follow.
It was very hard to hear what he
said. Out of 10 people, she'd be the 10th.
If you were to line up 10 people and say, hey, which one of these 10 would run off with an inmate, she'd be number 10.
Crunk's one. So-and-so's two. He gives you the list. He gives you the list of all 10.
Can't believe this
Melissa Crunk is a problem.
Really hard for me to believe this wasn't Crunk.
Oh, man. But yeah, so Vicky says she's into Florida, says she might be there. They're looking in states like Texas. The marshals on the other side of the border in Canada and Mexico are both on high alert.
I really hope they don't watch the show and just come murder me or West.
Well, dude, he said literally
the guy's probably, he's going to be mad at all of us. We've been calling him Ogre Rogers.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
He's fun of his giant shoes.
He's going to show up to my house with Wes's head and
I would check. Hands. So I just looked. The state with the tallest men is Montana, so you might want to look there.
Yeah. But that's like Gabby Petito's boyfriend on The Path, Brian Laundrie, just a bald white guy. They're just going to pull over every Montanian.
Yeah.
Are you Ogre Rogers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should be careful, man.
We're
He came out and said to his ex-girlfriend, he said, if I ever get out, I'm a killer.
He's going to.
I think
if he listens to the show, he's going to.
He said that to a lot of people.
Yeah.
He's muttering that to himself right now if he's listening.
Yeah. He's asking Vicky if they can detour to all of his ex's places.
He's going to take all their money and kill her.
Yeah.
He does that a lot, Ogre Rogers. Yeah. The whole intimidation,
nice guy.
murder, and theft thing. Okay, pack your bags, fellas.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
Today we're starting off in the far east of Japan at a nursing home. Well, that's weird. Why would we be going to a nursing home? Well, you'll find out very soon.
Hope everyone's okay.
No, they're not. And then we'll make the 4-hour and 45-minute flight down to the Philippines.
Nice.
To talk about the upcoming presidential election there. And we may see something in the air, too, on the way. You wouldn't believe it.
I like how you tell us the flight times. That's very helpful.
But there's been something in the air. Well, it just to give you, it makes everybody
we want to travel.
A little bit more global, right?
Yes.
What do you got, an app? You got an app or something?
Sense of exactly.
I like it.
Where everything is in the world. Yeah, but first, fellas, updated power rankings as we promised. So here's what it is. Elon's still at 1, Xi and CCP at 2, Zuck at 3, top 3 locked in. I moved the Vatican up to 4, the Fed down to 5.
Okay.
Feel like the Fed is weak. Fine. Inflation is beating the Fed. Vatican strong.
Vatican's out of scandals this year so far, like recently. Yeah, they're strong.
Always so strong.
Yeah, they're doing
Number
good.
6, still Apple Inc. Number 7, Bezos. Number 8, MBS and the Saudis because Putin is just sliding. Infinitely. Number 9 also moved up mutual funds and ETFs to number 9.
So this is like BlackRock
and
Vanguard who own each other and own everything.
So MBS,
all the houses,
$8 trillion.
Exactly. MBS and BlackRock and Vanguard, they jumped the nerd CEOs like Bill Gates, Larry Page, and Bloomberg, the president of the United States, and Cristiano Ronaldo. But I do want to say Cristiano Ronaldo remained on the list at number 12. The folks who fell off, who are on the bubble now, Disney and network media, feel like they've had a rough go.
Fair.
Yes, DeSantis kind of pushed them off the list. Putin pushed himself off the list. And
why don't you get behind Cristiano? You're gonna enjoy the view.
He's got to get past the mouse first, Pat. And that's going to be a big task for Putin right now. Then global banking organizations, TikTok, the Waltons, Andy Reid in a Hawaiian shirt, Vince McMahon, inventor of crypto. Wes, any tweaks?
You want to?
No, I like your move to put. I like the move to put the raise the Vatican a little bit.
I like that. Yeah, I think we agree. Yeah.
You got anyone you want to throw in the bubble or anything, Wes?
Yeah, who's the darkest horse out there?
I mean, I haven't really given much thought to it, to be honest with you. All right, I think you guys. Yeah, I'll have something for you next time.
I mean, keep your eye on it, Wes. You're
a fan of it, though.
Value your.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love the power rankings.
You like power, right?
Yeah.
I don't really know what's going on because I wasn't on the episode, but I know I broke a tie, the Vatican and the BlackRock institutions, right?
Well, you broke a tie, and your
Between
picks
Biden.
keep rising. Yeah, your picks keep rising, Wes. So it's good. It's good tie picks. Yeah. All right, fellas. On to Nakai, Japan, in the Kanagawa Prefecture. It's home to the Nakai Yamayuri-en care home. And here's a picture of the guy that runs that place, the Yamayuri-en care home. That's right. It's either Ben Stiller's character from Happy Gilmore, or it's just another insane person who's forcing the disabled people, in this case, not the elderly, but disabled people that live at the Yamayuri-en care center, in care home, forcing them to do hundreds of squats at a time. He's broken some of their collarbones, likely from physical abuse. They forced the residents to either drink salted or sugared water by surprise, just to keep them on their toes.
You thought it was regular.
Sugar their water.
It's not.
Yeah, nope. And in some cases, if the staff is really upset with these disabled people, they might shove a metal nut up their anus and just leave it there until the investigators find it later.
My God.
Nuts up their butts?
A metal nut, Pat. A decorative metal nut.
Who are the
nutting in these guys' butts?
Who are the investigators, and why aren't they asking questions?
Oh, the investigators just came in, Mark, this year, and they did find the metal nut up the person's anus in April of 2022.
Must have been the disabled people that keep putting it up their own butts.
The inspector's just walking in, just picking guys up and shaking them. Nope. Nope. Oh, we got one.
Are you full of metal nuts?
Show me on the doll what he did to you.
That's basically, Pat, what the investigators did. And in this case, the investigators say that even though the care home records say the resident placed the metal nut inside their own anus.
All of them apparently. Yeah,
the investigators
all got the same idea.
Right.
Yeah.
Mark, after asking,
news like that spreads.
After asking where they
an idea like that really gets around the room.
Yeah, well, that's what the care home was trying to say. But after investigation, they say, quote, "It is highly likely that it was inserted by a member of the staff," unquote. So that's what's going on over at this place. This hell on earth facility has 170 staff members torturing 90 residents around the clock.
Oh, a 2-to-1 scenario.
Yep. And just last year,
one to keep lookout and one to shove the metal nut up their ass.
Mm-hmm. And Mark, maybe another to tie them down.
Investigators are coming. Yeah, exactly. My fingers hurt. Now, guess what? Now your back's going to hurt because you just pulled landscaping duty.
Yeah. They definitely toss that line at him. And they might tie him down too, because just last year, Mark, they got caught for tying residents up for as long as 16 hours a day at a time.
Like with tasks?
No, with ropes. A nearby home care facility in the same prefecture also had a mass stabbing in 2016. Japanese care homes are not the place you want to be, apparently.
That's not.
Yeah, should call them.
I thought they really cared about their elders over there.
This makes sense.
Disabled people.
No, this makes sense though, because
this is disabled.
Japan's like some South American cultures where grandma's always in the house, right? And it's probably because if we put grandma somewhere else, she's going to get a metal nut in her butt. So that may be the scenario. Maybe it's a known thing.
I didn't follow you there.
You know what I'm talking about.
This is what you get at a care home in Japan.
Abuela's always over there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're screwing these guys.
Yeah. It's not good. It's not good. Yeah. You don't want to. Whatever happens in life, don't end up at a care center.
Okay, let's play. Can you pass security? Everyone through the metal detector. Oh,
Yeah, sorry for you. Another metal nut up the butt for you. That's the penalty. All right, let's take off to the Philippines. But what's that? I see something. If we just look over the west-facing window, we can see Putin's doomsday plane circling Moscow. That's right, fellas. The Ilyushin IL-80, aka the Flying Kremlin. It's not new, but it is windowless, making its appearance a generic threat that Putin is ready and willing to launch nukes from the air above mushroom clouds if he has to. Even though he's the one threatening to shoot them off, he's flying the doomsday plane around, letting you know that in case you put one off in Moscow, he will get in the plane and put one off somewhere else from the plane. As always,
like painted on, or something? It looked like there were windows. Maybe
no. There's only the pilot has a window. Everything else is completely windowless, and it's so Putin can fly through mushroom clouds. Yeah. So he's having him fly it around the city just to show it off. As always, Putin's short man syndrome knows no bounds, especially this close to Victory Day. You think your truck nuts are cool.
With that guy's health record, he could maybe use a little radiation. You know what I mean?
Probably could.
It wouldn't hurt.
Those truck nuts got nothing on a windowless 747 to make up for the extra 100 pounds he's always wanted but never could have. That's
Victory Day is May 9th, right?
May 9th, yes. So keep that on your calendars for Russia. They're going to go crazy. All right, and we've landed in the Philippines. And speaking of Victory Day, fellas, that's what it's about to be for Bongbong Marcos.
Awesome name.
Ferdinand Marcos Jr.
He's got my vote.
His name is Bongbong Marcos, and lots of young people have been demonstrating for the second place person in this race, Lenny Robredo.
That's a cool name.
Doesn't really have as good of a ring.
Yeah.
Bongbong Marcos
versus Lenny. It's over.
Yeah. Bongbong wins. It's a little too late. Bongbong still is the only candidate of the four who are running, including former boxing champion Manny Pacquiao, who holds.
He's in third.
He's in fourth. So Bongbong is the only one of the four that holds over 50% approval at 56% heading into the election on Victory Day, Monday, May 9th. Not only that, but his VP running with him is the current president, Rodrigo Duterte's daughter, and Bongbong got Duterte's, Sarah, and Bongbong got Duterte's party's endorsement. And although reports say, quote, there could be an upset, I'm calling it. The predicted price of 98 cents for Bongbong means stick a fork in it. The Philippines is going back under the control of the family that ruled it from 1965 to 1986 under his father, authoritarian President Ferdinand Rodrigo.
Good years.
Ferdinand Marcos Sr., right? They committed lots of human rights abuses. Yeah, bad years, I think.
Yeah, Bongbong's bad, right?
Yeah, well, Bongbong's back, though. Bongbong's back. He's bringing the family back. And they were his family was eventually overthrown in a very popular coup. So it seems crazy, but I mean, look at the U.S. where Trump is the favorite to be the next president again, too.
Wow.
This is kind of how politics go.
Politics are nuts.
Yeah.
Pacquiao's a god in the Philippines, and he's fourth.
Wow.
Bongbong doesn't even have a hyphen.
Bongbong's smashing.
Oh, man.
The Philippines is about to be Bongbong territory. You don't want to.
Wow.
Yeah, it's conservative Bongbong territory now.
You're going to have to toe the line. Sorry, Eric, if that's not your guy, because that's going to be tough.
I don't think it's anybody's guy in Manila.
Yeah.
He's not a city guy. He's a country guy, I think is what Eric was telling us. Shout out, Eric. He clued us in on this. It's coming up. It's crazy, though. The Philippines election, Bongbong is probably taking over.
Bongbong sounds like a guy that might be taking over and staying no matter, like he might be changing the rules type.
He may stay a couple extra years.
He's going to be there for a long time.
Hang around.
May stay a couple extra years. Also, real quick, guys, the pick on Joe Lombardo for Nevada GOP candidate for governor is going to hit. Okay, I gave that out on the podcast at 59 cents. He's now sitting at 85 cents with a Trump endorsement. So that is going to hit. If you want the last 15 cents, you can still hop in on the train.
Sell it for 26 cents
Joe
profit.
Lombardo for GOP candidate in Nevada. That primary vote is on June 14th. He is going to, that's going to cash. And the next races I am eyeing is Tim Ryan having a shot, the Democrat, to pull off an upset in the Ohio Senate race, just because the GOP candidates suck. And he's a relatively good candidate, and he's a long shot right now at 21 cents. I think the Republicans will probably still win that race, but
that pick.
Ryan is an actual good candidate. The other field,
that's a quad GOP,
up. It's crap. Yeah. So
and 20 something like that.
Isn't that where Gibbons is?
Gibbons. Yeah, he's dropped out.
That's the football guy.
Big shit Gibbons.
He got in trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, he ran his mouth. JD Vance is now the number one.
Didn't flush.
His whole staff was like, just talk about football and God. And he was like, all right.
Gibbons blew it. Yeah, so
he veered off.
The GOP should win that race, but they're facing an actual decent candidate. So he's 21 cents.
Everyone's heard of Tim
Ryan. And the Nevada governor race general is a coin flip at 50-50 right now. So that's a really good one to keep your eye on because the incumbent, Steve Sisolak, is not very strong. And a winner that you can lock in with confidence right now, I think, is Herschel Walker to win the Georgia Senate race at 62 cents right now. I believe he will bump Warnock off. Biden is wildly unpopular in Georgia after his term, after the first several months of his term. Don't say Trevor Noah didn't warn you on that one.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Predictit.org/promo/hardfactor40. Go to that specific URL, predictit.org/promo/hardfactor40. Get your first $40 match in the stock market of politics. These picks were given out. They hit. We won a shitload of money last election season. We're going to do it again this midterms. Ride with us.
They all sound like winners to me. Tim Ryan's risky, but he put like $20 on it.
21
You end up
cents.
with 100.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, that's great odds.
Got the farm on Gibbons.
I've got. Oh no! I mean,
Me too.
He looked great, but then after that,
Running away with it.
Yeah, the football.
He dropped all in one day. He said
Trump
He said some shit about women. He said some shit about women and other stuff. Like
and Trump gave the Vance endorsement. Yeah. So Gibbons just totally shot himself in the foot. Yeah.
He's like, women should stay at home. It was one of those scenarios. I've got great news for single losers and ugly people, and horrible news for people that are in a relationship where only one of the members is a hardcore gamer that keeps talking about how excited they are for the metaverse, or even worse, are already in the metaverse actively. And that's because, similar to the robot hand technology where they got that skin, there has been a significant breakthrough in VR headsets technology. And I'm not talking, wait, hang on. And like every great innovation since the beginning of time, it's designed by and for horny people. You know what I'm talking about? Behold, this thing. It's
something you stick on your Oculus headset.
That's right. Well, it may look like an Oculus 2, and it is, but there's also this prototype sensor that connects to the Oculus VR headset, and probably at some point every VR headset, and it goes over your mouth and lips. Ooh. And guess what this prototype designed by researchers from Carnegie Mellon's University Future Interfaces Group in Pittsburgh does?
Which lips, Mark?
Your face.
Your face.
Oh, it's for smooching.
It's for smooching. Oh. It makes you feel lip sensations while you're in the metaverse. Specifically, so far, kissing. Smooching. That's right. They designed a mouth thingy for people to make out in the metaverse and feel like it's the real deal, even though it very much is not the real deal. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Snuffy. Al,
shocking
Leo,
lips.
listen up.
Yeah. Yep. They say down the road it can do things like make you feel water on your lips for the game, or in a horror game it can make you feel like a spider is running across your lips. But those things, if you ask me, are all just lip service, because the whole point of the project was to allow nerds to create unrealistically hot avatars of themselves and get to first and second base. Come on.
So they're doing it, right? Do they have a game for it now?
Yeah, it's every game. Like the one where that one game where the girl got harassed, I think is like probably the one. Well, I mean any game, but it's for like games where you look like a human being, as opposed, and you're playing with other characters that are also
you all night.
Yeah,
they're just testing it on the lips. It's for the dick. I mean,
well, we're gonna get to that. They should be saying things like, soon you'll be able to feel the sensation of a nipple on your lips or a rope of jizz, because that's where it's headed. That's where it's headed. We all know.
It's very true.
I mean, it's
something pokes you in the eye in the thing.
It's definitely where it's headed.
Yeah.
VR may as well have just. Why do they keep pretending it wasn't for porn? It's equally for porn as it is for gaming.
Obviously.
The smell of a flower, the taste of a strawberry, the sensation of a rope of
just a rope.
Are they making out with real people on the other headset, or are they making out with computers?
Yeah, a guy's named Darren.
Well, you can do both, Will. If you want to make out with an AI character, you can, but it's probably a human that might be a Darren. It might be Darren dressed as Lisa. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Not who they say they are.
They don't care.
Darren, have you heard of Harry?
I don't care if you're AI.
Yeah, I don't care if you're whatever.
Who are you?
Yeah, who cares? This thing uses haptic technology, more like herptic technology. Am I right? You got something on your lip, bro? Oh shit! I was with the floozy in the metaverse, and she gave me haptic.
Do not share your haptic sensors.
No, it directs ultrasound energy to different parts of the mouth. Also, it's wireless, so no cords, no extra cords laying around are needed. It just sets right up. It's wireless, and it's only going to cost you a few smackaroos. No, I'm just kidding. It's going to cost a shitload. But lastly, I'd like to mention that
it's going to burn people's lips off.
There's two other parts.
Overuse it.
There's going to be guys that sit on that thing all.
Everyone's going to look like Vicky.
Well, there's two other parts of the mouth that it's working on in phase 1. The teeth and the tongue. So blowjobs.
Hey, less teeth, more tongue. Less teeth, more tongue.
This thing's going to give you a blowjob.
They're developing the blowjob machine in the metaverse.
Oh man, dude, we got to set up a fucking first kissing booth metaverse because we could make a fortune with a kissing booth.
Yeah, but then you have to be kissing people on one of these things all day.
No, man, we'll pay prostitutes to do that. But
like
we'll charge the guys so much money to be like Jerry of the booth. It's like some sort of like county fair, and he's the star of the kissing booth.
Or
they're lining up for him.
Or we could just be hot girls with double D's and as our avatar and just.
I guarantee you we won't be able to hire people, and it'll be us making out with these guys.
Oh yeah.
What do you hate money, Will?
Now remember, it's just the machine that's.
Are you afraid to get rich?
Right.
Yeah.
We already have a lot to do. I don't know if I'm kissing fat guys.
You got the softest lips out of all of us.
When any of you guys, I don't know if it's in the doc. Any of you guys let someone blow you in the metaverse?
I mean, Mark, it's the metaverse.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need to see 2 forms of ID.
Right, they're definitely going to be. There's going to be lots of like what happens in the metaverse stays in the metaverse. Like
so many people are going to be throwing their VR headsets in the closet when they hear the door unlocking. When their wives or girlfriends are coming. By the
time normal people get into the metaverse, it's going to be such a just disgusting place.
Oh yeah,
sex dungeon.
Oh yeah. I mean, by the time it's adopted by everyone, it's going to be so gross.
There's going to be avatars just broken, laying on the ground.
Well, it's just like the original internet. It's the same exact thing. Basically.
Good point.
What a time for my voice modulator to give out. Am I right?
I was saying.
This is what they're working on, man. This is the shit they're working on these days, and that's going to do it for Hard Factor.
It is nice, though. They would have to have like a fake voice, though. That's true. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Can you imagine the ogre in there?
Yeah.
Shut up, Vicky. I'm in the metaverse. She couldn't get as much sensation out of this thing as him because the lip thing. It wouldn't really work for Vicky. Yeah.
All right.
It's not like you're going to use it. All right. Spinning for Josh.
Is there someone even there?
Yeah. Is there somebody even there?
Talking about you, Vicky.
Back to back for Wes.
Back. Double dipper. Well, you should take solace in the fact that it's not possibly going to be abortion again tomorrow.
God, I hope not. No. I hope not. TikTok is me.
Oh, wow. I'm off the TikTok train.
That's beautiful. Well, yeah, I mean, had to do it. Sorry that we're 4 dudes talking about abortion. The rest of the show was awesome, and I liked your jokes up top, Wes.
I thought the abortion part was great. I mean,
it was good. It was a good discussion.
You got to talk about it. We don't write what the news is.
People are gonna have to start talking about it if this is the thing. So that's the deal. But we love all you, and we hope that you all have a great fucking day.